Hey Cancer, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do a reading for you for the next week or two. Today I'm just kind of letting whatever comes out come out. I'm not asking any questions. I don't have a specific format. So we're just gonna see what comes out for you, Cancer. This card is gonna tell us what your next week or two will be about. And then let's lay down the cards here. If you hear kind of a buzzing in the background, it's the space heater underneath my desk that Barney hogs, can I just tell you? But it is so freezing up here right now in Buffalo. We're supposed to get a storm, but it's like 5 degrees. It's ridiculous cold. All right. So let's take a look. Let's see what we get here for you, Cancer. All right, 9 of Wands. What is the 9 of Wands about for you? You know, you can clearly see that this guy here looks afraid. These readings this week, you know, if you are interested in learning about tarot, I feel like these readings, I really go into the cards this week. So for those of you that like that, that's definitely what I'm doing. So yeah, I mean, he's clearly afraid. What is he afraid of? That's the question. What are you afraid of? All right. This card can be about suspiciousness. You might be suspicious of somebody. You might feel very cautious towards somebody or something. Doesn't have to be a person. But this energy is debilitating, okay? This is the opposite of, no, it's not. I was going to say it's the opposite of love. But the opposite of love is apathy, not giving a hoot, okay? That this is fear. This is fear. You're afraid of something. You're afraid of something, and I don't feel like it's warranted. You know, even if you've had a bad experience with something in the past, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen again. It may, but it didn't break you the last time. This really stops you. This energy stops everything. You might feel safe. Okay, you know, if you want to trade off great experiences for safety, I guess you can do that. Okay? But I don't feel like this energy is adding to your life. It's detracting. So why are we getting the 9 of Wands? Why is Cancer afraid? Queen of Cups, love. Also card of Scorpio, okay, or water sign. You might be afraid of a particular water sign. You might be afraid of yourself in some way. But for the majority of you, you're afraid to either love somebody, you're afraid to embrace love that you have, you're afraid to go after something you love or do something you love. So how is that serving you? Burn. You're taking up my heat, man. All right. What else? Knight of Pentacles. It's slowing you down. This fear, it makes it feel like your world, you know, has stopped. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy. You might be dealing with a Virgo. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. But you can see that this horse, you know, this horse is facing the future. So the movement that you're getting is, it's like you're not moving forward. You're not moving forward towards something or somebody or some idea that you love. It feels like the world has kind of just pressed the pause button. The world hasn't pressed the pause button. You're simply in the energy of fear, so you're pushing everything away from you. Why are you doing that? Let's see. Why are you doing that? Look at that. We have the sun. Okay, so this could be card of Leo. Look at this. The Knight of Pentacles is facing the sun, but he has his back to love. The sun is about bliss, joy. There's something within your belief system that here's what I'm getting from this. You're not facing this. You feel like you can skip a step and get to blissful happiness. Although the Knight of Pentacles here is standing still, not moving. Nothing's moving because of fear, but it's like you kind of rode right past the Queen of Cups. You didn't acknowledge this. You kind of just went past it. You're on your way to happiness, but you missed what needed to be addressed. There's something really important for you, something that you love, someone that you love in the physical world. It's like these two cards need to be flip-flopped. But there's joy and happiness on the other side of fear in some way. All right, so let's see. What do we have here? Queen of Wands. All right, so we've got two cards of Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo or a fire sign. You could be dealing with a water sign. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with anybody. So Queen of Wands, she's somebody that lets her light be seen, lets the best part of her be seen, lets people experience her. You know, she's not afraid to shine. She's not afraid to be her best self and embrace it. Queen of Wands can also be, for some, it can be a mistress card. So you might say, well, how can you be your best self and be a mistress at the same time? You know, that's the low vibration of the Queen of Wands, is the mistress energy. The high vibration is really showing to the world the best version of yourself. So this card shows up between these two cards, right? Queen of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. So this energy, how does this lend itself to being your best self? Well, the Knight of Pentacles is very, very detailed, okay? Pays attention to details almost to the point of perfection. So that's why the Knight of Pentacles is as slow to move as he is, because he wants to make sure all of his I's are dotted, all of his T's are crossed. But because he can tend to get so caught up in the details, he misses out on the bigger picture, the bigger experience. So, you know, this might say that part of what you feel is the best part of yourself is paying attention to the details. But you might be getting caught up in the details about something that you love or somebody that you love, feeling like, well, it's not quite the right time. It doesn't feel right. I'm not completely at my best. And then the Queen of Wands also comes in between, you know, we have the Queen of Cups here, which that is my card for love. So I feel like when you allow this Knight of Pentacles to kind of turn around and face this Queen of Cups, it might be what you're afraid of, but it also will bring out the best version of you. It allows somebody to see the best qualities in you, the light in you. You know, and both are queens here. So, you know, even if you're a man, even if you're a masculine, I feel like somebody needs to see your more feminine side, your more emotional, giving side. You might be afraid to show that, but I feel like you're skipping a step. What you think this end goal of happiness is, I feel like there will be regret around this if you don't turn around and look at it and face it. What do we have here? We have a Knight of Swords. Look at this. So the Knight of Swords is rushing in, right? Knights are about movement. But the Knight of Swords also has something to say. So it's almost like this knight here hopped off this horse, hopped on this horse, rushing back towards the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I feel like the message is that there's something that you literally stepped over. Like you stepped over dollars to pick up pennies. Like you missed an important detail. Knight of Swords is not about the details. Knight of Swords is about the big picture. Knight of Swords is screw the details. I need to make sure that somebody knows what I'm thinking. I need to make sure that somebody hears me say something. That's the energy of the Knight of Swords. Barney. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this Nine of Wands. What is the fear stemming from? Lovers in the reverse. Card of Gemini. Okay. So what is the Lovers in the reverse? When the Lovers is in the upright, you know, it's a special feeling, it's a special connection, it's definitely an attraction. You're afraid that this, whatever it is that you love, doesn't love you back, or isn't attracted to you, doesn't want you, doesn't see your value. All right, you're afraid that you're not going to get a positive reaction from a person that I feel like you might have very deep feelings for. So at the core of it, that is, you're afraid of rejection, no matter what it is that the Queen of Cups represents for you. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Chariot. That's your card, right? Card of Cancer. And it's showing up in the upright. So, you know, I feel like the Chariot, you know, is right behind the Knight of Pentacles, trying to catch up to the Knight of Pentacles and say, hey, buddy, you completely missed it. You know, you're so caught up in the details. Maybe you're so caught up in what's going on, what you see, hear, feel, taste here in the physical world, what you're afraid of, that you forgot that the most important thing is that when you follow your heart, you follow your heart's desire, you listen to your feelings, which ultimately don't lie to you. This is how you get to this. But you missed that. You might have rode right by this Chariot, rode right by what it is that you love, what you enjoy, or somebody you enjoy, or somebody you're falling in love with, or something that you're falling in love with. And you're afraid to embrace it fully, right? You're afraid to embrace it fully because you feel like either this situation or this person or this job or whatever it is rejecting you. But you haven't given it a chance. You've gotten yourself really caught up in the details. This is This is you completely relying on yourself instead of relying on kind of handing it over to the universe and trusting the universe. That really does work, and it really does bring you peace, and it really does just lighten your heart completely. You know, if you know that everything unfolds the way it's supposed to when you trust things, when you trust the universe. Things do happen for a reason. So what is this sunshine about? What is this sun about? What is this happiness about? King of Pentacles. Interesting. So this is a card of Taurus. You might be dealing with a Taurus. You might be dealing with another Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, right? For you, happiness, you define happiness, okay? And I feel like this is what this Knight of Pentacles is about, right? It's like I need to deem myself successful before I can share it with somebody else, right? I need to build up my pentacles, basically what I own in the physical world. That will alleviate a lot of my fear about rejection, because then I know whatever this is or whoever this is can't reject me because I don't have enough, or I don't have enough wealth, or I don't have the right house or the right car. It's really kind of unbelievable in a way that people look at things that way. Because before you know it, it's just a house where you cook your food and sleep for the night, sit on the couch, and you know, your overall experience driving a car or living in a house doesn't change all that much, no matter where you live or where you drive or what you drive. It really doesn't. You know, I mean, I feel like I've experienced both sides of it, and it really doesn't change your life very much at all. To have a big house, to have a smaller house, it really doesn't. And no matter how big your house is, I've said this before in other videos, but you tend to sit, or you tend to be in about 3 places in your house more than anywhere else in your house. No matter how big your house is. For me, I'm in my office, and I'm in my kitchen, and I'm in my bed. I barely ever sit on my couch because I don't watch TV. All right? So it's like, be careful how much importance you place on this. I know people define themselves by this, but it feels like you're missing a beautiful experience today because you're focusing on what it is that you want or what it is that you need to have in order to deem yourself successful in the future. It doesn't mean that you don't have anything now. You do. But this happens when we compare ourselves to other people or compare ourselves to societal norms. That's what's happening. So why the Knight of Swords here? All right, what did I say? Being in this Knight of Pentacles energy, there's an opportunity for regret about missing this, about missing your heart's desire. Okay? The Knight of Swords, what the Knight of Swords has to say, what the Knight of Swords has to go back and say to somebody or something, or what it needs to do, what he needs to do, It's like there's this Ace of Cups. This is a new idea, a new love, a person. Doesn't have to necessarily be new. It can just be something that never really got off the ground. This guy here, he is looking at these 3 empty cups. That indicates regret. So the Knight of Swords is coming out because he doesn't want to focus on those 3 of Cups. He wants to focus on what he loves. That's what he needs to say. That's what the message is from the Knight of Swords. That's what you're feeling. There's a part of you that wants to do this. Will you do it, though? Will you do it? Hermit. All right, so the Hermit is the same energy as the Knight of Pentacles, right? Both Virgo energy. But now what you see, instead of the Knight of Pentacles here looking towards the future, focusing on what he has or what he doesn't have in the physical world, tying that to his happiness. Now we have the Hermit that is facing the past and seeing the light. I feel like after you feel some regret, you see the light, you see the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the light for you. What it is that you love. I feel like you will turn around here. So how will you come towards this situation? I feel like Spirit wants you to come towards this situation of love as the best version of yourself. How will you come towards this situation? Oh, 7 of Wands. All right, so you come towards this situation with excuses of why you might have missed it to begin with. I feel like you need to resist the urge to come towards this with excuses. If you're talking to a person and you start off something or a conversation with excuses, which are trying to justify what you might have done to begin with, the person that you're talking to really feels like you might be missing the point. Spirit feels like you're missing the point. One more on the 7 of Wands. Page of Cups. Completely different energy, right? There's the cup, there's the cup. That's how you approach going back. Acknowledging that there is love here. Possibly apologizing. Not making it about ego. Letting the ego of the situation go. Making it about, it's like follow the cup. Follow that Ace of Cups. It's easy to put up your defenses. It's easy to get defensive. The reason that ego comes out or wants to come out here is because you're afraid of being rejected at the end of the day. No matter what the situation is, again. But you're afraid of somebody rejecting who you are. All right. And it's like it goes deep for you. It's like if somebody rejects who I am in this situation, what does that mean? That's who I authentically am. So what we end up doing in those situations is we try to be something else. We try to be what we think that person or that job or that situation wants us to be. So this Page of Cups, that has to come from the heart. It has to be authentic. All right, let's get some words here. Maybe these are words that somebody would say to you. Maybe these are words that Spirit needs to say to you. And then we'll get some oracle cards. I feel a lot of encouragement towards you. Like Spirit understands the fear. But remember, the sun was here. It's just how you look at the sun, how you look at bliss and happiness, what you define as bliss and happiness. I feel like that's where Spirit is saying you might be missing something there. So if you're dealing with another person, this card represents the other person. This card represents you. Let's see what these words are here. Lost in time. That kind of explains what we're talking about here with this Chariot and this Queen of Cups. That is what was lost in time in some way, or you feel like it could be lost in time. Something you love, something that an idea that you loved, or you see as a missed opportunity. Trusted. What else? Ooh, marriage. Now, that's not going to apply to everybody, right? But what this, I feel like, is saying for somebody, a trusted marriage lost in time. So what this could be for you is, this could be somebody that you could have seen yourself with for forever. You know, you might have trusted that marriage was an opportunity here with somebody, and because you might have gotten lost in the details, you might have gotten lost in materialism in some way, or things and stuff and whatever. There was a trusted marriage that got lost in time, or the idea of a trusted marriage or trusted connection got lost in time. What do we have here for you? Look at that, trust. This is about trusting the universe. You know, you moved right by your heart's desire like it didn't matter. So what does this say? Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. This is the surrender that I talked about, surrendering to the universe. You know, if you feel called to be that Knight of Swords, trust that feeling. What do we have for your person? Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let it go. Somebody's on the verge of giving up on you. Giving up on the idea, you know, because you kind of just either dismissed them, or they felt dismissed, that you walked right by, didn't say anything, didn't do anything. And they're looking at this like, you know what? I have to let it go. And what we love that we let go, if it comes back, Knight of Swords, then it's meant to be ours, right? Isn't that how the saying goes? So you're probably feeling pulled towards something. Somebody else at the same time is feeling the need to let something go because you walked right by. You walked by something that you had very deep feelings for, that you loved. You definitely felt some regret about that. You have some enlightenment about that. You have some defensiveness about going back, because at the end of the day, you're afraid you're going to be rejected. You're more likely to be rejected, honestly, if you come at somebody with ego and defensiveness and excuses than you are with an honest cup of love or cup of feelings or cup of apology. For some of you, this is about a potential marriage or somebody you saw yourself marrying, or somebody saw themselves marrying you, and it just got lost in time. Because you were afraid of being rejected. Maybe not by this person, maybe it was by other people. Maybe this person didn't fit into your paradigm of life, your paradigm of how you define success. Okay? All right. Cancer, if you're looking for a deeper reading, certainly reach out to me. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.